90s, like 90s.
90s. I can't remember 90s.
And welcome to another edition of Cup of Friendship. We are so glad to be back, and today we will be talking about the 90s sitcoms. Ladies, say hello, please.
Hi. I'm Tanya.
I'm Kara.
I'm Rashida.
And the crowd goes wild.
Woo!
Like,
all right.
Okay.
Where were you in the 90s?
That's
What
a
were
good
you
question.
watching?
Ooh.
Okay.
What was I in the 90s? That's a
The
good
90s
question.
was a good era, though.
It
I
really
agree.
was.
Really was. I
Music-wise-
graduated in the 90s.
Music-wise was more so. Was it the 80s or the 90s?
It was the 90s.
It was the
It was
90s.
90s.
Tanya and them
sure.
graduated before the 90s.
It was light skin.
Really? Rashida, what did you say?
I said Tanya and them graduated before the 90s.
Tanya and them.
Them.
You talking about me?
Yeah, that way.
Yeah, okay.
Because Kara's right behind me.
Yes. 95. Yes.
94.
It was the 80s for me.
The 80s for me.
But what song- what
years?
songs was
We
going-
had,
What
um,
songs?
what
What
songs
songs was going on in the 80s?
That
Oh, see, I was at grad night.
So I
In
feel a challenge coming on.
1987, let me see.
Because
Because now
Okay,
they 90s.
come on, give us some.
In the,
in the
No,
night,
no,
them
wait,
y'all
wait,
jam
wait,
the
wait,
iron
wait,
music.
we had that group, what that
we
group was
already
in
got
with the
all
All
Jericho-
hours.
with the Jericho, Ready for the World.
Oh,
Okay.
And it was crickets.
Okay,
It was
Tanya, what you
crickets.
got?
ready for the world.
That's
It
the
was
only group
extremely-
y'all got.
Who was the kid that sung
It's been a minute.
Y'all glory days was in our
Kissing Game?
Decade.
Wasn't that in the 80s?
no.
No.
Don't you even
I know you ain't talking
The
about hot-
Kissing Game.
You know that.
No,
it was
I know
only
you talking
3
about-
years from
She
the
talking about
90s.
High five.
That is
What
not the 8.
No.
Remind me
No.
who sung Kissing Game?
That's
That
not-
wasn't the 80s.
High five.
Oh, it was.
And that was the 90s.
Oh,
Sure was.
well, our music
Just
was
like-
more so light skin music.
And do you know who they are?
I do.
I'm trying to recall. It's been a minute.
It was some
Boy George.
Mhm.
Boy George was real good. George Michael. He was.
What was that?
Hall
called?
and Oates.
Wham.
He
Yeah, he
had-
was with
Oh, you
Wham.
got a good
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah, I do, because it was light skinned people.
That's why they're so upset
Because
about
my
the
whole
90s.
school was light skinned. Except for the 20
That
of us
ain't
that
got
was.
nothing to do with
Do
white.
it.
That's the only radio station that we had that didn't go and mess up.
Because you was brown skinned when you went to the school, and you was
80s,
brown skinned when you came home. And you still,
And your mama did not listen to light skinned people.
Chameleon.
They come and go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
let's go back to the
come and
90s.
go.
Okay, now scene. So the 90s.
Bingo.
Okay.
Y'all
so
see.
we talking about what?
Because you know I
Jodeci?
graduated
Come on.
87. It wasn't but who?
Jodeci.
Escape.
You right.
Oh, that was the
SWV.
90s.
And you know y'all already.
SWV.
No, the thing about it is they already thinking of the group.
Let me give y'all one that's, you said Kissing You. You know who that really was?
No, we said Kissing Game. Who was
Kissing
that?
Game, that's what we said.
Oh, my bad. Well, I'm thinking of Kissing You Total. Y'all, I mean,
Oh yeah.
Total.
I'm sorry, he doesn't ring a bell.
Oh,
it was a group. It was a group.
Y'all.
I don't remember
poor
Total.
souls.
Y'all suffered.
80s.
Y'all, they was.
They ain't have nobody.
We had
I got
Luther
one from Kara.
Vandross.
I got one from Kara.
We had
Luther is
Wait,
you my
just
Luther
mama.
was before y'all.
we had Luther, we had Freddie, we had
had-
Nita,
that's-
we
we
had
had Luther, too.
Teddy,
Y'all
we
can't
had
compete.
everybody that
You know Freddie was before you.
we had.
Don't you
Cool
even
and
try
Johnny.
that.
Freddie was Patty.
You know
We
Freddie
had
was when I
Cool
was
and
born. Don't you even try it.
Freddie was not before you was born.
We
I
had,
know.
we had
No
New
way.
Edition. We had
you
Abby
cannot.
Shaw.
Albert, New Edition.
New Edition was
We
when?
rocking the
When-
day.
I'm sorry,
That was the
Kara.
80s,
No.
wasn't it?
They
The late
definitely
80s,
wasn't the
they
90s.
was
graduated
so
They was
87.
the same age as Ken when they come out.
And how old
They
is
were
kids?
not.
3.
They were not.
They didn't blossom.
They was
till they
in
got in the
teenage-
90s.
No, they was in the 80s.
They was
They
telling.
was
They was standing there talking about.
They was
"Mr.
forming the
Telephone
group.
Man, they was maturing.
They was
Okay,
performing and
okay.
perfecting in the
We'll give
80s.
you that. We'll
Okay,
give
yeah,
We'll give
yeah,
you that. But
yeah.
y'all, what y'all can't
Something
have
wrong
though
with my life.
is-
Prince.
Wait. What y'all can't
she
have
yell
is
Prince?
Luca,
Every time I
Patty.
dollars.
Cause
None of them were not
no,
your
because
time.
they was all in the house parties. You know when the
Yes.
parents used to have the house
Am
parties.
I
the
allowed to
music
Google
playing.
a little
play?
something?
Did she yell that? Is that her?
Wait,
OMG.
you got a buzzer.
Listen.
Kevin play.
Perhaps
We'll let y'all have it.
Perhaps I need to change genres. I don't tend to
MC
sing-
Hammer.
Oh,
Tell you getting bad. You're not getting better.
No, you not. You.
You're getting bad.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Okay.
you
But
know.
it's okay because everybody, even
Can
today,
I-
still going back to the 90s
can I Google?
with their music. So
And it's got the #1 playlist on YouTube. It's the 90s.
Now the 90s. I'm not saying the 90s wasn't the 90s because the 90s was the
because
90s.
the 90s was 90s
They
for
were.
real.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the 90s, when you go on YouTube,
foundational
the 90s
70s.
playlist is long.
Long.
It is.
It was some artists in the 90s.
So what's some of the songs? We understand that.
You buy out gracefully.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm finna Google.
Go ahead.
You go Google.
Wave your white
Get your
flag.
phone, babe. Go.
I gave you a white flag. Wave
your
it.
White flag.
Come on.
I'm waving mine because Secret can't even find her phone.
Wave your white flag.
Sorry, you didn't have to.
But it's okay. It's
Go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What was some shows then? Because music is not. What was some shows?
Okay, Cosby
Well,
Show.
Well, you know
Cosby Show was good.
Yes,
that
different
was
world.
yeah, different
Definitely,
world.
hands
Different
down,
world.
the Cosby
Different
Show.
world, yes.
Living single.
Living single, yes.
Living Sing. Those shows are so iconic.
Good times. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's sorry.
Nah, the good times was not.
That was their time.
Oh, okay.
The good
'Cause I
times
was
was
gonna say-
Tanya and them time. I didn't say that. That was
Okay,
like we were
but
just
no.
comparing the 80s to the 90s.
After a while, you gonna say I was back there with Harriet now.
Don't.
You might
told
have.
me. What?
She said we was back there with.
I'm saying we were comparing the
good
80s to the 90s. So the good times was y'all era. Jeffersons, y'all had all them. Sanford and Son. Oh, that was y'all.
She was born 69.
Because I literally just.
Okay. Where's Kara? Am I lying?
What?
When did Good Times?
Well,
Good
I'm
Times
not.
came
I'm
out
not. I
in the
love
70s.
Good Time. It did
was
come
the
out in the
70s.
70s.
It was the 70s.
70s.
'Cause
And
So
I got
I
a
love-
good one for y'all because
I
I watched
loved
this as a
Good
little
Times.
girl, and I know
Which
y'all
one?
were older than me. In
Which
the
one?
heat
I loved it.
of the night.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is a
I
love
classic.
it.
That is a
y'all.
classic.
That was y'all. That was y'all.
Then, y'all don't. Never mind.
Murder She Wrote.
So
that
you
was
say
y'all.
you want us to
I
go
don't
back
like
to
Murder
the
She
90s?
Wrote, but I was a
You want us
fan.
to- You want us to
I
come
was a
on?
fan of Brady Bunch.
There it is.
The Brady.
Again, you want us to circle back to
The
the
Brady
90s?
Hold
Bunch.
on, give me a second. Don't you say nothing.
Your team not winning over there. Y'all.
Hush.
So she saw the
Here's a
team
story.
out to Brady Bunch.
I already done seen us in the Underground
Here's a
Railroad.
story of a man named Brady who was living with
Even though I
She
all
had
the
three,
three men living all together.
but know the
until
words.
the
Chorus. The Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch.
That's the way we became
The Brady Bunch.
And it was
now
3
you
to
know
3.
they ain't had no hip
They
hop.
did not have that beat.
That's our version.
You know, Different World brought
But
the
now,
music.
what I will say,
Ooh.
in
I like
comparison
that.
to,
Theme
like when
song
you
was
look at
beautiful.
Brady Bunch, and then when you look at, like, the black sitcoms that we know, it was a lot of mess going on behind the scenes with Brady Bunch.
It really was.
Yeah, that was crazy. Because
It was.
the mama
Yeah.
was actually having a relationship with the guy that played the oldest son.
Sure was.
What?
And the daughter was going with, was it the daddy? Or the
No.
other son?
No, because the daddy didn't, he was on, he ain't like women.
No. But the
Daddy did. Whoa.
He was,
Okay,
he
wait,
was, as they
wait,
used to say,
wait.
he
didn't
was,
like-
he
he
was,
didn't like
him downstairs. Him was downstairs.
And it was a lot of those people that played those fathers roles
That were like that.
Yeah.
Family
Like
Matters.
Seventh Heaven, I think that's one of them too.
Family
That was
Matters.
a good show. though.
Family Matters.
Family Matters, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
And
No
was that
discrimination, we just
80s or
bringing out
90s
fairness.
Family Matters?
Family
Do what?
Matters?
Was Family
I
Matters
think that's
80s or 90s?
90s.
I think that
yes,
was 90s.
the Fresh Prince of Bel
Bel-Air,
Air.
yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yes,
Fresh
Fresh
That
Prince.
was
Yeah,
Got
that
in
was
a
good.
little
Definitely
trouble,
That was really
and Mom
good.
got scared, and she said, "You're moving with your auntie and
your uncle in
in
Bel Air."
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Pull
was
up to the. Let me find my lyrics.
So this is what I found out too. So the girl Jaleesa off of A Different World wrote the theme song. But they would for a different world, but they would not allow her to sing it
Why?
Did they say why?
because they didn't want to cast more light on her than Lisa
Instead of-
Bonet.
Oh,
Wow.
that makes sense.
So the show was doing so well that Debbie Allen ended up calling Aretha Franklin, and that's how we got her version. Yes. Because it was time for them to make a transition. And then also, if you like follow them, Jasmine Guy spoke very passionately about the fact that behind the scenes they were actually mistreating Lisa Bonet. It wasn't Bill Cosby because they tried to make it be
About
that
him.
Bill Cosby had issues.
Stuff was
Yeah,
going on.
but it was actually the executives with what was it, NBC. That was
Mistreating Lisa?
Is that why she wasn't on there that long?
well, she got pregnant
Yeah, and they wrote her out.
and they wrote her out because that didn't fit the image. But
But they didn't write out the Little Mermaid when she got pregnant. She stayed a prodigy child.
make sure you hear crickets. You see how
I mean, she hid it, so Lisa could have hid it. How you just gonna write
But
me
it
out
was
of
a, it was a different time.
But it was
just-
her
it was a
sitcom. It
different
was
era.
about her leaving home and going to college.
It was. Do I believe at that time that I believe that possibly Bill Cosby could have said more in her defense, but they
Right.
were having issues themselves, but he was not the sole reason why she wasn't no longer on the show. She would not conform.
Right.
No,
But
she
was
would.
her own
Yeah,
person.
she was
She
her
was.
own person.
Even on the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the most iconic episodes that I remember with the Cosby Show that I just loved was when the mama told off Elvin. Do y'all ever remember when? Because he
When?
kept trying to make.
To make the daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
remember
remember
trying to
yeah,
make
and
the
she
daughter.
was trying to make
Yeah.
the daughter. Yeah, that, and then when Vanessa came home drunk.
That was a good one, and they played the
Yeah, that
alphabet
was a
game.
good one.
Now, my favorite one is when they sing to the parents.
Yeah.
Remember they sung the
Yeah, that is like
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like
that
a
is-
classic.
Really?
Yeah. That was a
Yeah.
classic.
That was good.
That was
was
a
really
classic.
good.
That was a good
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
But to me, with the Cosby Show, that's the most realistic black family show we've had.
And
that
they
you
was a
actually
professional.
see, yes. And they had careers, but their children
Yes.
still were children, and they had episodes. Nothing was perfect. And I really like the
Mom
fact
was still
that
a
they,
black
you know,
mom.
like they had situations
Yeah, I
that children actually did and
But-
went through.
But I think in the beginning, we tried to make it be that wasn't our reality. If y'all remember, the Cosby Show came
My
out,
bad, I'm sorry.
and then
I did, my bad. But you ain't, y'all leaned over a little bit.
but more so, remember when Roseanne came out?
Uh-huh.
And then her show blew up because people were saying her show
Was real.
was more related to people that didn't have money. So the problem with us was in the beginning is that we refused to accept that as a reality for us because it wasn't the majority. And then after, y'all remember the show that they ended up coming back doing a show on NBC, but they weren't the Cosbys. They were another couple, and they were more. Oh my gosh!
I don't remember.
Who was
It was
that?
during
look
the
it up.
time of the
Back
Cosby Show? at the same time?
Cosby Show went away, and then they came back on NBC with another show. Look, look it up.
In the 90s? Or early 2000s?
I can't remember. It didn't last long.
Because the Cosby Show lasted
It didn't last long at all, but they came back middle class instead of...
Y'all remember 227?
Yes.
Oh,
that's what Sandra.
Yes.
Keep looking.
I'm trying to. I got sidetracked. I went to the theme song for 227.
But you know, going back to what you were saying about like our culture, but the thing about it, you know, we got a bad habit of not being open to seeing things in a different light. Mm-hmm. Because even when you think back with what we know now, based on going back to the Cosby Show, when you look back now, it's like they was able to do that because there was an aspect of our culture that actually is living like this. Yes. Like they didn't just, it wasn't a figment of imagination. There is actually part of our culture that actually are professionals and they're lawyers, doctors. And I think when you think about it now, it's like they were, in essence, attempting to introduce that aspect to us as a family unit.
Yes. I think that's why they came up with the Chris Rock show. Because it was played more so to what...
To my everybody
hates Chris Rock. I think that was more so to say this is how we actually live, which is not actually true.
I mean, but it's both. I mean,
it's both ways.
Like,
but
we live it, but
it's
not
both.
the only
way we live. Yeah.
It's not the only way.
Right.
And we have a bad habit of over dramatizing stuff. And we follow the drama of stuff. So because
I hope they follow the drama of Nickelodeon. Follow that drama. Since y'all
hold on, I hear crickets again. Hold on.
Y'all didn't see where it was 3 predators on the set with all them children? They done made a whole
anytime you
show.
Hear, like if you ever do like the, you know, those shows they do the back in the day or whatever they call it, they always talk about it's always something behind the scenes, like crazy like that.
And then they want your children to come be a...
Since it's only showing different world. You said it came out...
Because what was that show, that Nickelodeon show that everybody was on? Like they danced and they sung. I can't remember it now.
It was right before it came on, right before the slime
but it's people
show.
like
the Game Network
might have been on it. I don't know if that's... But I'm just using that for example. But they grew up to become like singers. But they were all on this show. I can't remember the name of the show.
I'm finna find it.
Pause.
I know what you're talking about.
But when you go back and they have those, you know, back in the day, where are they now type thing, or they do those documentaries, you always find out that they had some crazy stuff going on behind the scenes.
And I'm telling you, and they showed the 3 men, because y'all know I love my murder scenes. I got to make sure I don't leave no fire, but know where I go. But...
okay, so just act like she didn't even
but
say
it's
what
coming
you
on
just
that
heard.
channel. It's coming on that channel.
Every time.
But I bet you ain't gonna find no
back and have
footprint. You ain't gonna
evidence.
find no fiber. You ain't gonna find no blood.
They just gonna find this recording.
Okay, I'm finna find you.
But I want you, because I can't be a witness. I can't hear none of that. What you talking?
They're gonna help me. They will help me. They will help me.
Who gonna help you?
Nobody.
She just talking.
Hold on.
She just talking.
Because we're not going to jail for you.
I love you, but I can't be with
We was gonna go, but we didn't
Bertha.
make it. We didn't have to go.
So you saying you ain't gonna go with me?
Not behind this.
promise.
If it was something else
cannot
that we
hang
wasn't
out with
actually
Big Bertha.
recording this show that we could discuss in private, I got you, sis.
I love you, girl, but I make sure you got snacks
up
and
there-
money in your canteen.
You up there,
I am
we be incriminating.
And just for the record,
My
there's
ministry
always
is
gonna
not
need to
prison
be one
ministry.
person that has the bell. So I'm not gonna be the one behind the bars. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be able to
I
get
need
out.
you to be the one with the bell.
We had a show one time, Cup of Friendship, lovely audience. We had a show one time where I found out who my true friends was.
Oh,
and
my
we back
God.
here again.
Oh my God.
And it never
How
felt.
many suns and moons done went down? Can the Bible
But it's
says
teamwork. And I know my arm. I know what my strength is.
And
my strength is to have the bell so I
My
can get you
strength
out.
is the
It don't
body.
make no sense for
My
all four
strength
of
is
us
to
to
donate
be
to
behind
the
bars.
campaign.
Secret strength. Let's discuss this. Bail, prayer. Come on, give me one. Give me one for me.
Hallelujah.
Jail with me.
You gonna organize? No.
With me.
You gonna organize a gift basket?
If I don't say nothing else, you owe me. We going to jail together.
We going together.
Together.
We going together. Then.
And they gonna put us in the same cell, and when we get in there,
Be
you better act
advised that
just
the
as
couple
crazy
friendship
as I
may
do.
look a little different in the future. It may just be two
To be
instead
a
of four.
witness for the Lord.
You should be a
Let me tell y'all something. Secret gonna pray. We ain't even gonna be in there a whole day.
She gonna be shot
God
first.
She
She gonna be shot first.
She gonna be. They just.
And guess what she gonna say? She gonna say, "Y'all do like the Bible and just sing to the shout."
We gonna pray. We gonna get y'all out. I'm finna get the group together right now.
In the name of Jesus.
And we
think
ain't
what
gonna be
you
at
were
the houses.
talking
We gonna be
about
on
is
the
Victorious.
premises.
Huh?
They had a bunch of kids on there singing and all of that. That's the one you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that name. It's I can't remember it
Our
now.
studio audience
was it
says
Glee?
yes.
It wasn't
that's
Glee.
it.
Glee Club, was it?
No, it's
But
Victorious.
ask the studio audience, how old are they?
That's their age group. That is their age group.
But I said back in the day,
Ah,
talking about when I was younger with Nickelodeon.
We was young then.
But
We weren't
I don't.
old.
I ain't never heard of that.
Oh, well, let me put my phone down. Google
I thought it was.
has told me a tale. I'm just
No, I'm pretty sure it's a show, but I'm just saying that's not the one.
Bill
With all the
Cosby
stars
and
on it.
what's his-
Was it Glee Club? It wasn't that one?
I know
One
what
Glee.
you're talking about. Can we get a hint? Let me call.
Hey, you guys, if you heard what Kara said out there in the audience
I'm
world,
calling her help.
send us a message of what theme episode we're
Please.
talking about so we can get the correct
Because
answer.
I know
Because
it's at least two
I'm
people.
I'm
out
just
there
gonna
that
put
know.
this up so she don't see me. I think Google lied, but I could be wrong.
I know it's at least two people out there that know what I'm talking about.
We are
So this had to be a
standing.
show in the 90s, is what you're saying?
No, it doesn't.
All
Have to be. I'm just saying I
right.
just remembered it.
So that was great going down memory lane. The 90s
say.
sitcoms. Woo woo.
Versus the 80s.
Wait,
Versus the 80s.
wait. Do it again. Say it again so Karen can say, well, I'll say.
Well, what I say? Did she lean?
Well, that was great going down memory lane.
Well, I'll
The
say.
90s.
You know.
We're gonna close with this.
And we're gonna get the name of this TV show. Someone knows the name of the TV. Describe it one
I'm
more
still
time before
trying
you
to
leave.
find
Describe it one more time before you leave. We want
Bill
to make sure they
Cosby
get a
shows.
good
They
understanding.
They can get it on the replay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You ain't found it yet.
I'm looking for it because we ain't got but a few shows. And
What?
Felicia Rashad.
Okay. Was she in
Well,
there?
listen, it's been fun.
Well,
It's been great.
It's
been
been
amazing.
real. And it's been real fun.
And we
Any
could
closing
and
remarks?
we could confirm by saying the 90s.
Outweighed.
Yes, the 90s was a good era
In both
for you children.
TV sitcoms
Oh, now
and
we
music.
children.
I'll
Oh,
take it.
wow.
I mean, it is.
I
what it
take
is.
being a child and
It
being
is
with
what it
Harriet
is.
Tubman. Any day. I'm just saying.
Now, I
And
didn't
on
say
the
that
next
part.
episode, if you happen to see one person missing,
It'll be the one on the far.
Talking about a couple of months from now, we'll do Where Are They? Where are they now?
No.
That'll
What
be our
happened to her?
Where are they now?
Where's
Took her
Rashida
phone
at
from
now?
And I'm going to do
Where's
just
the
like
shit
my
at
man
now?
on 5 Heartbeats. I'm going to be standing at the end talking about, I am
You
right
ain't nothing
here.
without me.
You can't do it without me. I make this couple friendship.
Nights like this.
I wish.
That rain
That was classic.
with fall.
You ain't Eddie Kane.
That was classic. Now that was a classic movie.
You ain't Eddie Kane.
Indeed.
I am Eddie
Lead this
Kane.
group.
You the Eddie Kane.
I'm Eddie Kane. I do this.
okay, well, thank you for joining us.
Can you look
Yes, thank you for joining us. and tune in next time.
For the answer to Kara's.
It's another day.
It's a cup of friendship, join in. Grab a cup of friendship, it's on. Take a sip of friendship, join in. It's a cup of friendship, it's on.